These cocky giants laughed at Canelo Alvarez's size.
Never been as confident about anything in my life. Billy's going to hit him with a jab, meet him straight with the jab, right in the mouth. Get up.
And then he made them crumble.
And there it is, a third time! That was a headshot down the body, and that should do it. Oh, well, he's caught him with the left. Taking those shots, believe me. Oh, and 1-2!
Get ready for epic moments of Canelo taking down giants in the ring.
You don't know my level. And you will see.
May 4th, 2019, Canelo Alvarez, already the biggest star in boxing, was welcomed to the Madison Square Garden in a showdown to unify his IBF, WBA, WBC middleweight belts. That night, the superstar faced a formidable test in the ring against the uncrackable Daniel Jacobs.
J-A-C-O-B-S. The man that's going to dethrone Canelo Alvarez.
A warrior from Brooklyn with an honest nickname, the Miracle Man.
I never backed down from a challenge in my life. I'm from Brownsville. I never will and I never will.
Jacobs was a true menace in gloves and had a penchant for coming back to dominate fights he was losing. Boasting the IBF belt, Jacobs did everything he could to draw attention to himself and unsettle Canelo Alvarez. Jacobs' interviews were filled with jabs, often insulting Canelo's physique and confidently promising to silence the crowd with his performance.
Let's do this Saturday night, period. All this way in, bumping me with that big head, it's time to put on. I'm gonna talk with my fist tomorrow.
For Jacobs, the contest was his biggest opportunity, while Canelo remained unshaken despite putting all his middleweight belts at stake.
I see fear, and that was fear right there, what he did.
Strategy. Good to his game and brave, but totally. He's tried the body early, so too Jacobs. Canelo just seems to be putting him out at the moment. Jacobs comes back. This is away in his huge weight advantage in there tonight. But
from the first round, the moment was electric.
Yeah, Jacobs body overloaded. Puts back, and he's on his back foot constantly. He's really getting anything going himself. Puts that guard nice and tight. Good work there from felt it slightly. Well on his back foot. He's looking for got the big argument that is Golovkin and Danny Jacobs get that jab through as well.
Both men traded shots at close range, prompting roars from the crowd.
So, you know, when you get into your 30s, you slow down physically. Constantly got Jacobs on his back. Yeah, just Mexico has been at middleweight longer. So he's just so solid. He's known for left up to the body, but he's going to left up. Canelo. Look how solid he looks. Fuddle and confuse Alvarez. Alvarez, the right hand, partially through, and Jacobs on the floor to make Jacobs flipping just in. And it's the electric.
Jacobs managed to force Canelo on the back foot.
For the New York, and it's Jacobs just slightly
good. His upper torso movement is becoming much more.
Jacobs, he's trying desperately hard to get something. Cotto, Amir Khan, of course, Golovkin a couple. I don't know if he's run out of ideas or just these rounds. Jacobs still very much in the ring and moves. He is struggling. I don't think there's anything really clean though. There's no speedy shots. That was excellent. Alvarez with his back to the ropes. If he doesn't meet him as he comes to throw combos, for the counter, such a tough task to show his physical strength and the punching power. Particularly has been mightily impressive. Here comes Jacobs though, trying to rip each other. The normal process down after round 6-7, but to the rope, nothing real clean landing, but yeah, the defense from Al beating them. Alvarez, he's always had a fight. Jacobs for a couple of good bodies. Back Alvarez is all coming from Canelo. The fire that we hope for is now with a cop. Those 3 victories over Luis Arias. Machi Select when he throws it. Win the day here and the bat. Attempting to have travelled over just to be here. It's a classic encounter. It's just so good. Trying to apply the pressure. Good. Getting a bit sloppy there as he's standing there in behind. That's a problem for him. The left hook to the body. It's Jared Fletcher in New York. Any evidence now by Canelo as he lands in this arena, and there's a lot of fans going to be in front of him. All let his fist fly now. This is good from Jacobs and Canelo. Back the head movement. Uppercut working nicely. Back Jacobs' gun movement is not as fluid as Alvarez. One man world in the middle of the ring and engage. What we want to see. Is at the minute.
just looks to be dominating.
Excellent though, and back he comes.
And now back and forth between both men. Jacobs for the first time able to push Canelo back.
Canelo successfully ate at Jacobs' biggest shots, then stepped up his work rate.
Jacobs getting his jab going.
Alvarez confident because his corner men have given him a real chill. He knows he's had some
behind the jab.
But Canelo,
he looked terrific for men at the beginning of the fight. Jacobs,
they really are that good and that even.
It's a good point. Looks in his corner. You know they're both going to embrace. They're both going to celebrate. And they both.
He's not throwing it out as much. He's not throwing it sharp. Jacobs now to get some shots up himself.
Arms here. The defense
are feeling the pace. You can see that Jacobs is feeling the pace.
I think Jacobs is.
Alvarez showing a good chin. A slip there from. The left hook was close.
He's going to build on the bit of success he's had in that hand. He needs to press it home, but if this carries on,
and a lovely combination.
He's a sitting range now in front of Canelo without. There's not much in this round. He's here for the taking. I've got a feeling.
And has that added quality with a view to take a little gap, a little shot from Jacobs.
It was good, but it only came a bit too late because Canelo.
2-time shots. He looks powerful. Back comes Alvarez.
His fight.
For 2 minutes. And now he's having a look, he's closing that distance. He needs some tight decisions and arguable decisions between all three of them.
Be put on the line here. Was there for the first. Good defense from Jacobs. The Mexican fan.
To not this gap, this fight's getting as close you do.
Jacobs still pressing forward. Some block there. A really terrific effort in that eye-catching left. Now back to orthodox, backing up Alvarez.
At the end of 12 rounds, all 3 judges scored the bout for Alvarez, giving him a unanimous decision victory.
Now the unified middleweight champion of the world, Saul Canelo Alvarez.
May 8th, 2021, at the home of the Dallas Cowboys in front of 70,000 fans, Canelo, being the unquestionable #1 fighter on the planet, made a wider quest to become undisputed champion. Having collected 4 of the 5 belts at the division, British fighter Billy Joe Saunders held the missing belt. Saunders was undefeated with a 30-0 record, but it was the sheer disrespect shown by Saunders, his father, and new trainer Tyson Fury towards Canelo that made this fight so intriguing.
I've not seen nobody with this.
My boy, Billy Joe Saunders, gives him an absolute boxing lesson, knocks him out. You're going to have egg on your face, pal. You're back in your wrong horse. You're back in the Mexican over the Brit. You sausage.
Beyond being banned for domestic violence advice and steroids, before the fight, Billy Joe acted extremely arrogant. Finally meeting in the ring, at the start, Saunders showed he was more than just taunts, landing solid jabs.
Number jumps in the high 60s beyond the jab to win.
No, Canelo said that we're going to...
An uppercut from Saunders. Carl, how much different do you want to throw anything because left cross will be coming back. He's in the danger zone when he doesn't want to be there. Now the crowd will roar every... That's right, judges. That did look aggressive. Back to Billy Joe up there. Also in the United Kingdom, good Canelo. Canelo putting on the ropes him down and unload it with a power shot.
Canelo looking for him. He's talking to Austin Canelo when he moves in. But you have to do it for 12 rounds. And he said, relentless.
Going to do what I think he's going to do. However, at this time, Billy Joe Saunders has knocked him out. Punches immediately to overwhelm Billy Joe. Just immediately together and then get out of the ring. Carl, anytime a southpaw fight, sometimes stands with these southpaws. It's away from Canelo's right hand there. Careful. He's got to concentrate. Not really. Oh. There it is again. To the body. Segundos. 70 days. From one extremely high level of activity, fighter in present day.
Stay in the gym with knife fight.
Close the distance, start breaking. Hard work, 2-foot ring as he punches from Canelo because he affects instantly. He does, and that's when the guy knows.
The counters of Canelo.
Canelo, he's putting lock and see and hear these shots.
He's reluctant to put Sergey in his division against Canelo because he knew he
had to throw. Oh, Sergio, you said that would be one of his
sneaky left. There it is. That's the left hand. You gotta get respect.
His power shots, and Billy Joe Saunders, a lot of power punches.
For Billy Joe Saunders, throw three shots because Canelo, which is just back. Power punches, he's certainly settling in.
Something going with the combination.
Judge's eyes, don't just sit there. D19. The division, if he wins this.
Saunders was feeling confident he could pull off an upset.
Round 4. Crowd's reaction.
But that just missed the chin.
Straight right hand from Canelo to the body as well.
There's he flying out of PJ.
But Canelo switched up the burners, and it was death for the cocky Brit.
Saunders there.
Spider shake, no, he said together. He's effective.
This is a good round by
Closing with them power shots.
I agree with Carl with the left. The distance and then some.
Hurtful, they eventually catch up with you. And
that takes energy out.
Nice. He can do more than double.
Saunders has his lethal with that left uppercut.
Canelo said it's going to take. Then Canelo in the ring.
Clever. I mean, he uses his angles. He's always
nice left hook.
in position of punch.
This is more right now. Chris Mannix fighting with confidence.
He is so sure I'd be fighting with my hands down, foot ring, which is the biggest.
Better with his hands down. He's a little relentless. He doesn't go.
Good defense there from Billy. Do that from Canelo. 20 seconds to go.
More fluid, more confidence.
Heavy punches. Big day.
Halfway through the fight turned on its head. Canelo was now leading full charge and stunning Saunders at will.
Swagging that confidence
over these last 2 rounds of momentum back. You saw
to Canelo because a close round. Can't argue for that. This is wants to back the boxer up to the body or head. Canelo's looking for the big shot. Billy needs it. It's by Canelo. You don't too doing the job. The fit.
Smart jab, just like that.
Too soon, but this is good Joe Saunders.
It's a great work.
He's relaxed. He said himself when he's on tonight. He needs to be busy. He's putting the ring off without pressure. Landed on the chin. Saunders shook. Mind games. You see at the start of the round he's on.
Makes you keep your punches holding. Explosive counter punch. Jab here.
Oh, this is for the unified championship of the world. It'd be a walkover for Canelo.
I would love to see.
Well, he did that catch around with that body.
Joe Saunders is letting his hand more than any opponent I've seen. It's impactful.
Roy Jones Jr. again. Roy, what are you seeing?
Right now, the punches, he's landing that. He hit Canelo with a few good body shots, something nobody expected, including tied.
Alvarez, as we talked, is almost in an instant. But Billy Joe,
the physical angles, escaping.
Roy Jones.
Big shot.
Work output of Canelo. These big shots to me.
Now, I think that's when he fights
Stadium. Close.
To lose rounds or get inch for inch punch.
I think he's giving him different looks.
Predicted they would stop Saunders in 8 or 9. 6 to Canelo. 866 Canelo. Saunders took an awkward.
You see Canelo landing biggies here.
And look here at AT&T Stadium.
Breaks down opponent weary of the stroke.
He's like a matador. Well, that's the power. That's because he's worried about the power.
Bring back.
Nice. Yeah, Billy Joe needs it to the corner and regroup.
The end was not like anyone had expected. The once overconfident Saunders folded in his timbers and resigned, asking not to step back in.
He's already knocked him out. And it is over. They have stopped the fight. They have stopped the fight. It is over. Canelo gets the knockout win.
Saunders made millions from the fight, retired, and gained a lot of weight. On his quest to become a 4-division champion, Canelo faced another British fighter. Callum Smith has everything physically that Bivol has, and then some. He is taller and has a longer reach. He is a technical fighter as well. Since defeating George Groves in the final of the World Boxing Super Series, Callum Smith had made 2 successful defenses and was seen as the best super middleweight in the division. From the start of the fight, Callum was trying to repel the shorter Canelo with his jabs, but it didn't take long for Canelo to enter the pocket and start the demolition.
Canelo Alvarez sensed weakness when he fought Rocky Fielding. It was pace. If he is accepting of
committing to that long, strong jab that he has.
Smith is very experienced. Something to going in and fight. It can sap you of energy. Canelo trying with the hook and a jab. Up, trying to measure him in there last time out. Or as I mentioned, shots. The hook is exactly back in London, so we've got you covered. Land a bit more than Callum.
Some man coming forward and, a couple of, he threw a little.
In most every round.
Ryan, we've got to get to round.
I'm just surprised. I did point out. Again, Callum Smith, he does not use that look to keep his man tonight. Long jab there by very careful, very cautious. Here, deeply in front of him. He snaps back the head of Callum Smith and blocked.
That's it for being having such a
first round according favor. The 6 foot Callum Smith could be in for
cagey couple of rounds. Smith needs to be more effective with that jab.
There's some well, look, you did felt. Canelo trying to have to be long and strong. He could be. Canelo is just jab. Sergio, he's closing the gap now.
He's been closing the gap. This is where Canelo could explode.
Smith smartly employed uppercuts, but Canelo ate them, charging forward and wanting to eviscerate Smith with every shot.
And Canelo hit him with that
balance. Needs to stand and he needs to trade and land. He just looks different, Sergio, than when he was from Canelo with the hook. He brings the power to this.
He's muscular and he's explosive because both of them are very good at counter punching.
Punch out there to use as a blinder. And Sergio uppercut in this round, but
his weapon is an uppercut. Of course, he throws a great.
Did so in round 3. We open up now.
It's going to be an important round for Callum Smith.
Coming back. Chris Mannix, we're going to go to you.
That first round, but since then, it has been...
That was beautiful head move. Land an uppercut. He tries the uppercut again.
Yeah, we've seen the head in this round.
And it's underrated, Sergio. It looked like a great defensive. Chris Andrade, who has a middleweight belt, is with us as well on our broadcast.
It was to, maybe win.
He's not looking to win?
He came here to win. At this point, I'm going to...
That's a little harsh, but I know we have so much time at the top, so they style-wise.
Fighter in action in Canelo, dictating the pace, landing
those 2 rounds. 90 for a good right hand by Canelo.
Opponents, even to big guns.
London, fellas.
He's trying again here, Joe, and this is much in the fight. He does. He's back in the load up and big hooks to the body in the head. And that's it. This is it. Back to you.
Thank you so much. Good to hear from the back in London. And there's Callum Smith, in light heavyweight champion of the world. 6th round.
Yeah, Callum Smith, he can't push Canelo back. Callum Smith hasn't imposed his side. Callum Smith.
Also, Sergio, nice uppercut there by Callum. When he blocked that right hand, that's a good uppercut from Canelo. It drove him
to like Canelo because any openings, he hasn't gotten respect from.
Occasion, a judge may do that, but it's...
He's going to have to throw his hand.
Joshua, big uppercut to the knockout of Kovalev. Last night, Gennady Golovkin.
No question. I think David looked good for him here tonight. He went to the body. So you knew that was a body shot that he meant. So of course he's going to the body. And
we've seen this with Kovalev. He didn't throw
such a tight package. And then when you throw a shot,
even Chavez Jr., if you remember that, what make you want to not punch?
Good combination there by Callum.
Look at that for
just missed that right. Good right, taking shots and saying, no, I'm going to keep.
He's rolling with that right hand.
They're popping on each other, laying the wood to each other, and if they both do that, an awful lot to do. Tries waits till he's in range. Nice right hand by Smith and an upper. It has been mostly Canelo fires off and lands a right hand, and then back. So Smith fighting back. Canelo gets under the hook and goes to work. Uppercut.
On taller fighters, that's not the case here.
With big punches, like he sees, and they still connect, but he's able to land like them all.
A lot of Mexican fighters do that. Chavez, you see slow motion, he's rolling with the
now pouring from his nose. Hard right hand, Smith is hurt. Buckled up. Oh, the uppercut. Callum Smith, the champion of the world, is getting busted up. Of the 9th round. Look at try to you see just a little bit of give on Callum Smith. Right hand, he's hurt.
He's got his
Steve. Round 10. You guys fought this. Now we're at
Callum Smith is hurt, and I'm with Steve. I'll give you that.
These are hard shots there. If you're in the corner, it's one, or maybe 2 rounds here.
Sergio, I thought it was interesting. Callum Smith, Canelo.
We've seen him do a little dance months ago. I've never seen Canelo dance either.
Hurt by that shot to the butt, and then the uppercut straight comfortably. Go to Joe Calzaghe. Joe stopping this.
Canelo's is a strike. So a lot of
fight. Normally the thought is somewhat that decision. This 10th round. Hard right hand by Alvarez, and it bops his hands low for a moment on the 11th round, and Callum Smith is taking a beat.
Wait, yes. Weakening. I don't see it at the fight. See, he's got to give a champion the benefit of the doubt.
Firing back off by Canelo. Body shot.
Yeah, good chin he had. Back to the day, fighting Jose was younger. How this guy was
trying. Different animal.
Right hand, both of his knees.
The right hand after the hook. That was borderline low. Jab to the head.
Gesture that it was
so not built that way, Sergio. Right? Canelo Alvarez. How about a championship of the world? Canelo.
And Canelo has bullied.
Canelo's going for it here. You can see hard in the body shots too, and that's a lot of will, and he's been able to stand up to it. Move in with the jab and get close. Smith and make a nice try. That's not approaching.
That's why the fans are looking at that.
You can't blame him. Hard cutting right hand again, and a body shot from final 30 seconds. Did everything he could in this fight.
The end of the fight was conclusive. Canelo had dominated at the end 12 rounds and won by unanimous decision to become a 4-division champ.
160, and he should be the super middleweight champion of the world. Bivol
At 168, he would be
throughout this fight.
80 shots in the uppercuts were the best thing that Canelo did. Just pressuring the entire fight, not letting him get those hands go. Callum Smith is an excellent counterpuncher. He has one of the best jabs at super middle against the #1 fighter on the planet, because that's what Canelo does. He makes you not want to throw punches.
But it will force. He looked tremendous here tonight against a very game and classy Callum Smith.
Superstar. And 11-1, I could see that.
Smith suffered a detached left bicep during the bout. December 15th, 2018, Canelo Alvarez stepped up 2 weight classes and faced off against the brash and confident Rocky Fielding.
Para mí es un reto nuevo, subir de división, entrar en la zona de confort del campeón.
Fielding carried himself with both swagger and belief. Undefeated for 5 consecutive years, Rocky Fielding was the reigning middleweight champ. And standing at 6'1" with a 75-inch reach, Rocky considered himself untouchable. Meanwhile, Canelo, at only 5'7.5" was undeterred before the fight. But even before the fight, Rocky realized he had no chance and was eager for the biggest payday of his life and to fight in NYC.
I got some news. I said, "What?" He said, "Canelo wants to fight you." I said, "Yeah." He said, "Yeah." So I said, "Let's do it."
So you said yes straight away?
Yeah.
Payday, payday, you want payday. I know that.
Once the bell rang, Canelo had a lot to prove.
Defending champion first.
Shows you who to make that an advantage. You see him bending down already, and Canelo goes to the body.
This is what Rocky needs not to do. He needs to...
Canelo Alvarez is strong. He's versatile. He can hit you and hurt you with any shot.
Straight. Normally he's been...
Rocky had one job: keep the distance to stand even the slightest chance.
Because he was bending over. Fielding is bent over at the waist. He fires back. He is game, even in the fight against Callum.
Against the ropes. He won't win this fight against ropes, but...
Well, thinking he could exchange in the pocket with Canelo, a perfect left hook to the liver made him take a knee halfway through the first round.
Have the jab to keep Canelo Alvarez at bay. Does he have that stick down?
Those punches there, watch this shot here. And it's a delayed reaction.
Canelo was adopting the Mexican liver steak recipe.
Alvarez at 168 plus pounds, because he weighs more now. He is just you in his 1 pro loss. But he is outgunned here. Rocky made the tight, hard jab, tries it there, and then goes with the uppercut.
You notice he's not doing the same thing over and over. Mix up the combinations, and that confuses your opponent.
The more Canelo dug left hooks to the liver, the crowd winced and held their ribs.
It says Ralphie on his trunks. That's his 2-year-old son. Their man can survive against one of the top fighters, if not the top fighter in the world.
You know what I like about Canelo is right hand to the liver.
Hard right hand there.
In this championship fight,
Alvarez staying tight. Left hook and a right hand. Fielding tries to answer.
Canelo. It's not straight shot, it's looping shots, because those are blinding shots.
Hard hook by Canelo.
Canelo soon realized that to knock out the towering giant, he needed to break the foundation.
Right now, Canelo has seen a white canvas, as you see, marking up Rocky Fielding.
This is what I see. Throw the left hook to the head and then hit on. This is the way you knock down a building.
Yeah, staying off the ropes. Of course, it's easier said than done.
Does he have a stick to keep him at bay? That's not his style.
That is not his style. He's somewhat...
After the second knockdown, Fielding started to ask himself why I am even here.
Have the power to keep Canelo off of him.
No, he doesn't. Down he goes. It's being chopped down. Fielding is looking to his corner. Hey! Jamie Moore looks back.
Before the fight, everyone had predicted the bigger fighter to drag Canelo to a decision.
Fielding fighting back as best he can, throwing some...
But Canelo had different plans and wanted a quick night.
Hard shot, and another one by Canelo.
Like the bigger man, landing vicious, powerful, thudding punches to the body.
Another hook, and a hook to the head. Played by Alvarez, and an uppercut. Fielding is get back. He was this game against Callum Smith.
Those shots are ripping him.
Fielding tries his right hook.
The way...
Nothing is really driving Canelo back. He is able to dig in, plant, and fire. Fielding fires back.
Making him visit the canvas again, this time with a big right hand. Canelo put all the other middleweight champs at notice.
Maybe he's trying to get Canelo to
hard
wear
right
himself
hand,
out.
and down he goes. Fielding looks back and is going. Hey! He's back up.
The finishing sequence was the most conclusive single shot in history.
That was a headshot. Down he goes to the body, and that should do it.
It's over.
That is it.
It's over.
Ricky Gonzalez makes the right call. Brutal stoppage by Saul.
He was too strong, he got me.
Yeah, how good is he? What makes him as good as he is?
To come back, he was putting the shot together well, and that just...
Jumping up 2 weight classes, Canelo was out to win all belts from welterweight to light heavyweight. So, a light heavyweight champ in the form of Sergey Kovalev took the Cinnamon Challenge. Nicknamed Crusher, Kovalev was coming off a brutal 11-round war with Anthony Yarde less than 3 months before. Kovalev was great for his class, however, lacked discipline and always steered for trouble. Canelo's weakness has always been a good jab, and Kovalev has one of the best in the business. Analysts predicted it would be a 50-50 fight. At the onset, the much bigger man was using his size and range to deter Canelo.
So he throws his punch, Canelo sort of turns it at the moment. They just Kovalev putting pressure on him, will actually do it. Canelo is he's right hand. Canelo has immediately let the left hook go. It's easier for Canelo then. Change of angle could find a way through this defense. Canelo just making Kovalev work here. These are shots he wants to do. Another. His experience is, you know, he's tucked them nice and tight. He's taking them shots.
But calm and collected, Canelo was slipping in good counters.
Just on the borderline of range, shifting to a kind of southpaw. Kovalev mainly just good left hook. Every time he throws that right hand, that left. Combinations from Kovalev. You can see Canelo, he's just assessing it while making Kovalev work. He's not in any just looking to shoot the jab there, Canelo. Down to him, and Canelo's on this all part of the strategy. And the thing is, good. Back by Kovalev. 10 or 15 seconds for Kovalev. Again, just dipping at the...
Halfway through, it became obvious Canelo was in against a tough opponent who was not willing to back down.
The right hands are coming, he's just pulling back. Again with the body shot. He sounds. Good shot. Kovalev to back up. Yeah, just that thing happens. Come close. Canelo to a signature Kovalev shot from Kovalev. Just catches Canelo. You know, this fight hasn't been for a high pace. That's a bit better by Canelo, but Kovalev taking a little bit of control of it. It hasn't. No, he's not. He's looking for them single shots. But then again, it could work in Kovalev's favor. You know, we all know.
By round 10, everyone had Kovalev winning and dominating en route to a decision due to his size and jabs.
But then just a little bit. Going at you tonight. The fact. Looking to try and.
But at that moment, Canelo transformed into a different beast and aimed to shut out Kovalev's light completely.
Canelo in the throw with a bit more aggression, more punches thrown. Just jabbing off the back foot there. Kovalev down.
Slipping and parrying.
This is...
Canelo's kryptonite left hook and a massive right hand crashed the giant into the ropes and almost out of the ring. The knockout was hypnotic to watch.
Oh, well, he's caught him with the left hand and his balance went completely in the referee. No is saying that the fight had never really caught fire.
At the time of the stoppage, cards were heading towards a draw, but Canelo shut up all doubts with that one knockdown.
Wow! So a world title in a...
No, but it's okay. It's a good experience for me. Canelo is a really great champion, you know.
Needing to defend all his belts at middleweight, Canelo faced the most dangerous, skilled, and feared opponent of his entire career. The mandatory Avni Yildirim, with immense physical strength, put fear into his opponents. Even David Benavidez wanted nothing to do with this guy and missed weight on purpose to duck. Fans of Canelo still remember being scared for his life heading into this fight. At the onset, the giant Yildirim became like a scared chicken, shelling up and refusing to throw.
Yeah, absolutely, but he's going to start it off with the uppercuts to get those elbows. Starts off real aggressively. He's
trying for Yildirim to engage.
Including Canelo or Yildirim.
But Canelo was chipping away at him, although taking caution.
Maybe this is the strategy that they're implementing.
He's called, or was called, Mr. Robot. Yildirim's going to let that right hand go. So far, it's been a jab fest from that. Per round, according to CompuBox. Nice uppercut with a...
Nicknamed Mr. Robot, Yildirim lost his controls that night.
Percent of his power punches.
And again with a left uppercut. And it's a stationary target. Boy, he wants that left hook to the liver, doesn't he?
Yildirim is not letting his punches go. That punches and he's more explosive.
Again, uppercut. Right.
Once Yildirim opened up, Canelo added extra power, his punches sounding like bullets.
Right.
You think that's an early game plan or just something he's learning on the fly? That those,
especially when you have a high guard like Yildirim does.
Strategist in boxing, it's clear that he...
While. But how much longer can he stick around if he just keeps absorbing all these uppercuts and body shots?
That was a vicious.
Right on the belt line. And there were...
The challenger, pressing forward overconfidently, ate a big right that sat him on his butt.
Canelo continues to land those lefts to the body.
That right hand from Yildirim scored.
Blocking those shots, believe me.
Oh, and 1, 2, and down goes.
And then we're going to see Canelo turn the right hand just to penetrate the glove.
Trying to laugh it off.
He's trying to laugh it off.
Canelo teed off on him and pieced him apart with an insane combination.
Back. Look at Canelo just piecing him apart from Avni Yildirim.
Doubling up downstairs.
And again, this...
One side of the body, Yildirim will go down again. He's hurt.
In Miami, Florida.
Talked about how guys tend to revert back to what they know when they get into a firefight.
Letting Canelo sit down on these punches, Sergio.
Well, as a bigger man, he's allowed to...
Refusing to step back in for round 4, Yildirim's corner called for the end, and the terrifying display by Canelo made the giant choose the embarrassment rather than more torture.
Over. No mas from Avni Yildirim, and this was just a...
Yildirim showed all the resistance of an ice cream under the summer sun. Perhaps his tactic was to hurt Canelo's hands with his face.
Uppercut just to land those body shots right there. Anytime you have a fighter...
Alvarez later stated that he had contracted COVID-19 prior to the fight and only had 1 month to train. When going against giants, Canelo cleverly sets up the jab with a simple trick. He hides it in his high guard, and Canelo maintains a seemingly unthreatening high guard and gradually closes the distance from where he unleashed painful body shots and the big right hand.
Down, second knockdown. Right uppercut continues to land. There's a cutting away his energy and every...
Those are all of the moments when Canelo destroyed cocky giants. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe and comment below which fight was your favorite. This was Fighting is Art. Goodbye and have a good day.